Adam and Peter explore the crazy new world.
We have some news to tell you. Yeah, well, in the last weeks we have received so many requests to run some training sessions, some strategy sessions from teams on how to survive in this crazy AI world. That's why. That's why we want to change the direction of this podcast more to the business, how to survive in the AI world business topic.
Mm.
Peter.
I'm surprised always that people come and say, "Can you teach us how to do this? Can you teach us how to do that?" Because I think, for me, as we fooled around with these tools, it seems like there's not so much to teach. There is just try it out, do things. But it looks like people have no idea, no clue what they actually can do with these things and how it can help improve their life. I just had a conversation this morning with a colleague who was complaining about, they needed to focus on some newsletter stuff in the company, writing a monthly newsletter. And she was complaining about, like, focus only on one topic. So, but sometimes you don't have enough for this one topic, and I don't have enough ideas what to do, blah blah blah. And I said, just use ChatGPT and get inspiration. And like, that's a good idea. And I was like, this person said to me, I used the ChatGPT for many purposes, but I was not getting to the idea to help make this thing help me write some or get ideas about what I could write about or what I could have it write about. And she said something very interesting, like, but this is not authentic, that's not me.
Yeah, in the next few weeks, we can give you some tips on how to make ChatGPT and other AI tools sound exactly like you.
Yeah.
So it's if you use just 3, 4, 5 words before you start your prompt, it will sound much better. And people don't know all these things.
Yeah. But I think it's also a mindset topic. I said to her, look, if you were a CEO of a large company, you have hardly ever any time for doing your social media stream. You would hire a person for doing social media for you. You would have a selection process and pick one to say, this is the best person I can have for this job. You would meet with this person occasionally, and this person would create some ideas for you, would say, yeah, sign off, let's send it off and maybe have an interview with me, blah, blah, blah. And you would feel perfectly fine about it. You would not have the idea that's not you because you selected a person, you talk to the person, you share ideas, but basically you do the same with the tool. So there's no difference for me. And when I kind of brought this thinking into the mind of the person, she said, I didn't see it like this, but now it helps me.
Yeah. Just in the last week, I gave like 3 training sessions on how to use AI tools for a sales team, for a communications team, and a pricing team. And people are super surprised to see what is possible with ChatGPT alone and with all these additional tools. And well, starting today, we want to give one short hack in every single podcast that will help your sales team, HR team, marketing team, even the management team, some ideas on how to harness AI to become more successful, to really survive in this crazy world. Because in a decade, there will be 2 types of companies: one that fully embrace AI and the others that are out of business. That's how I see it.
Yeah, completely right. I would say particularly companies who have something to do with or somehow digital. If you're like a construction company and but even then, if a bakery, maybe this not all the ones, the haircutters or so, maybe those who have very much tangible stuff only, they may not be that much affected on their business, what they do daily, but they're in competition. They have all the paperwork around. They have kind of everything that else is there, which can be affected or you can improve and streamline. So I think there is some truth to this statement. You're either AI-ish or gone.
Or gone. Yeah, well, and what I hear more and more often is that every single company will need an chief AI officer at some point. Someone, not a person who programs all these large language models, but rather someone who tries to understand what's going on, someone who trains people inside of the organization on new tools, on new hacks, someone who really listens to the market trying to find out what's going on, creating some partnerships. This chief AI officer role will be like one of the most important things in the future of every company. And we, with this podcast, want to become your chief AI officers. We will help you and your teams succeed in this crazy AI world. We will give you some hacks, some tips on how to survive and how to gain advantage, how to be better than your competition. And that's the new direction of this podcast.
So you mean we are kind of the virtual AI officers for companies who don't have these roles already established? I think this is a great idea to have such a role in the company. Until then, of course, we will be helpful with ideas and spreading thoughts out. Now, the thing is, many people may say, if they have no clue, they would say, yeah, maybe this falls under the regime of a CIO because it's techie, or the chief security officer or chief information security officer, these kinds of kind of people. And I would rather doubt that. I think if you go down that path, it's either too technical or too much limited. So if the security folks get into this, they would like, is it possible? Because if we allow our people to use the tool, then they will type in secrets of the company. How can we make sure that nothing is taken out? And these compliance things outbound. It's not so much the inbound thing. Like, can I use stuff which is copyrighted and what I get as an answer from the tool? It's more like what I put in. Do I give away secrets or so? And there are legal folks out there who make a big mess about it or have their concerns. And for the CIOs, they would go for programming. How can we embed it in our IT world? Mm-hmm. That's all right. But for me, I think the possibilities should be the driving thing, the options. And that must be a person who is not so much a technical one, maybe some technical background, but more on the innovative side, the creative side, like see what the possibilities are. And a bit of a person who fools around, who likes to play with all these tools. Nobody has a recipe yet for all of it. It's just growing like weed at the moment. And it's hard to catch up with all the things that are going on.
Yeah, so don't be surprised when you see the new title of this podcast being Personal Chief AI Officer. And let us become your company's personal Chief AI Officer. And we will please advertise this session, this podcast to your colleagues. And we have an idea. So whoever forwards or shares this podcast or this session with anyone else, just tag us somewhere on social media. Whoever does this will be invited to a free training session on AI. So we will run a free training session for all our supporters in the next weeks. So whoever will support us will be invited to this training session. What do you think about this?
Perfect. We spoke about it before. And so that's a great idea. It's free for a short period of time and then costs an awful lot of money. But just joking anyway.
Yeah, so let us become your personal chief AI officer. And in the next weeks, we're gonna give you some tips and tricks on how to improve, how to leverage the power of AI in the sales, HR, marketing area, engineering, even on the C-level. This is our goal.
We just may want to look for a different name or title, like Chief AI Officer sounds a bit strange, and personal, like PCAIO. That's a very complicated abbreviation.
PCAIO, exactly.
Sounds like you're chewing gum.
So share this session on social media whenever you have time, and we will invite you to the free training session. So see you again.
See you again soon. Bye-bye, folks.
Stay tuned. There is more crazy stuff coming soon.